Front row of the grandstand. Great tickets we got from Ticketmaster for these seats. Here's Rick Morris. How are you, Rick?
G'day, Crooksy, and yeah, we have got a great viewing spot right on centre wing here at Queen Elizabeth Oval, and much to my delight when I arrived here, after pouring rain coming up from Melbourne, the ground's in perfect condition really for what, considering the amount of rain that's been around Victoria this morning, but looks like it hasn't hit Bendigo quite as much as it hit Melbourne earlier on. So I think we're in for an okay day. But I might have jumped the gun a bit early, but it looks
over to
fine.
the right there. Yeah, it might be. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. It should be good. Joining us in special comments today is Matty Cox. How are you, Matt?
Very good. Nice that the sun has come out, and I can reinforce what Rick's saying. I've got the weather radar up in front of me, and there's a little bit coming up from the south, but not too much at this stage.
I don't need the radar, Matt. Quite competent on my own thing.
I remember what happened the last time you did that. We won't go there.
No, we won't. Let me just bring up the respective teams. So we've got the Bendigo Pioneers. They've had just the one win for the season. They're currently in 12th spot, taking on the Murray Bushrangers, who have had a pretty good season. 5 wins, 3 losses. Lost to Oakley Chargers last week. I was speaking to Stephen Sharp, who we'll talk to at halftime pre-match, saying that the Pios have been pretty close the last couple of weeks. A couple of points behind the Jets, Calder and Eastern, all away, all down in the city. So he said the form hasn't been too bad. Just need a bit of luck to get one over the line. I'll take your selections before the game starts.
I've gone for Murray Bushrangers. It's been a consistent side the last few years. Whilst Bendigo does look a better unit this year, I'm tipping the Bushrangers.
Matthew?
Bushrangers would come into the game favourites considering their position on the ladder, but I'm going to go with the heart and the sentimental value because we're in the grandstand here at QEO. I'm going for the Bendigo Pioneers.
Love it, Matt. Just if you can get your wallet out, I'm going for the Murray Bushrangers. They'll be too strong for the Pios today, but I'm expecting an excellent game. And, big fella in the ruck for the Bushrangers, Rick.
Yeah, they're getting set there, and that is Mark Marriott, 201 centimetres. Up against Daniel Keating, 196, and straight away Pioneers onto it, but kick out that time by Dylan Clark. Gets it forward for the Bushies. Juggling mark there to Kelly. Well, that was, Marciano. We'll have a bit of fun with that later, Crooksy.
Oh, will I ever.
And that's Vaz that gets it down, spears it low in front of us here, and a nice take out in front by Vic, who kicks it straight into Bushranger territory. Play on's a call. We're at forward 50 for Bendigo. Stacks on the middle, and the umpire will come in and ball it up 50 metres out. No, she's paid a free. And this will go to Kyle Clark, Plays on straight away. Gets it out wide, and they'll move it down the outer wing. Very wide kick out towards Butts, but out of bounds it goes. Jordan Butts is one we'll keep our eye on, Matt. Born on the 31st of December 1999. So where does that come into the birthdays for?
Very happy New Year to him, all the same.
All the same,
Rick,
yeah.
Always a party on his birthday.
So Marriott gets it down, and we'll have a ball up.
Now, conditions, no rain. I don't think there's too much wind out there, Rick, do you?
No, it's not too bad at the moment. Players handling it well. Now it ends up with Frauenfeld. Gets it down towards full forward, over the back. Dangerous spot. Oh, attempt on goal. But it was touched and rushed through for behind for the first score of the match here at QE Oval. And that goes to the Murray Bushrangers, one behind. And they'll work it out now, Bendigo.
Perez has got it on half-back for the Pioneers. He's going to go down the line, right in front of the grandstand here. Nice intercept mark taken by Tom Boyd, famous name. Boyd goes into the middle of the ground, goes into dispute, goes over the back. Bushy's going to lead the race in there. This will be Quinn. Handballs backward for a bit of help. Pios have got the numbers, can't get the footy. Good chain of handballs. Now the ball's loose. Bendigo on top of it. Squeezed out. Ground will still be a little bit slippery from a bit of earlier rain. And the ball will be tossed up right on the 50-metre arc. Up she goes. Tap down. Oh, flying tackle there by Eli Smith on Lucas Cacciaviello. Need Gabe Sorrentino up here to help me with that one. Quick kick out by the Bushrangers. Deep inside 50. Relieving kick by Wheeler. Out to half forward. It's going to come back just as quickly as it left. They kick inside 50. The big men fly for an executive maintenance. Can't take it. Now the ball will be thrown up. We are 3 minutes in on the Technica time clock. The NG scoreboard just a one behind of the Murray Bushrangers. Bendigo clear it again through Noah Wheeler. And again, it's going to come back quickly. They handball inboard to Boyer. Boyer puts in a little shorty. Finds his teammate in Kyle Clark. He's at the top of the 50. Got the white socks and the white boots.
Looks very confident too.
They got the socket to MND, Freeze MND Day today with the socks, both teams. Clark kicks from just outside 50. It's going to pull up short. Oh, 2 bites of the cherry, can't take it. Ball in dispute, gets worked over the boundary line, out of bounds. Forward pocket at that end, Rick. I'll work out what end that is shortly.
It's very west, so...
At the Oval Motel end.
Yeah.
Thanks to all our friends at Oval Motel.
Might have to hit them up next year. Ball in dispute, but bit of a high tackle, and it'll go the way of Rocky Marciano in the back pocket. And Liam is his first name. He'll kick it down towards half-back. Over the back it goes, and out of bounds for a throw-in. We're at half forward now for Murray Bushrangers. Good start to the game so far. Clean footy. Now these two number 23s are up, and Marriott with a little handover gets it down towards the half forward line. And chipping in nicely. There's a nice mark to the bushies in the pocket. And he'll play on and have a kick around the corner. And a mark in defence, and they'll play on straight away. Spearing pass. Beautiful to see to Moi Moi. And Moi Moi has it at half back. He goes inside. Oh, nice pick up Vaz. He'll go inboard, but a push. Just saw him taken off his kick, and Butts has taken the mark. Jordan Butts.
Just really struggling to come outside a defensive 50 at the moment, the Bendigo Pioneers. There's a great big gulf between the half-back flank and centre of the ground. Bushrangers players filling the hole nicely and going back inside attacking 50 immediately.
Jordan Butts from 35 out.
Ooh,
just
missed.
offline, just veered right the last minute. So looking at the scoreboard, 2 behinds to the Bushies, no score to the Pioneers. That is on the NG scoreboard, and we are now 6 minutes into this first quarter on the Technica time clock.
Hunter Lawrence, the kick is errant. It goes back in. There are a chance here. The Bushrangers through Chelcraft can't take it before it goes over the boundary line. That's the western end, Rick.
Yep.
And the eastern end down there. North is over there.
I knew that.
in built compass. Up she goes, thrown in, hits the dirt. Lovely shark there by the Bushrangers. They kick it back in, but it's all Pioneers. Last line of defence. Told to play on, told to play on. He'll have to kick it now. He kicks in long, low and hard. Finds a teammate who's tackled pretty tough on the boundary line. And the umpire will come in and say, no reasonable chance of getting rid of that, and she'll toss it up. Right on the half-forward line, hard up against the boundary line. Big crowd of players here. Tap down, Clark gets it forward, Bendigo. It's just a quick kick inboard by Damon, and the boundary line is found again.
Murray Bushrangers are missing their linchpin up forward this week. Hudson Garoni, who's leading the goal kicking with 23 goals this season, but he's on Vic Country duty. so he's not in the side today. So going to be interesting to see who their target up forward will be.
Free kick to Murray. And that is a tough one. And the kick will be taken by Mark Marriott. Mark Marriott. Plenty we can do with that too.
Build a few stories high like his namesake hotel in Melbourne.
He's got rooms to rent, Big Mark, here as he comes in. Short of an angle, straight through the middle for the first on the NG scoreboard. Murray move on to 1-8. Bendigo yet to score. Just approaching 8 minutes on the Technica time clock.
Had 21 hit-outs last start for the Murray Bushrangers up against the Oakley Chargers. Mark Marriott. He's going to be dominant today, and looks like he's in the goal square at the moment, so he might be filling the role of Hudson Garoni, at least in this first term.
Edward Damon goes into the ruck now, who is 197, but lump of a lad at 100 kgs. Up they go now, middle of the ground, and he gets it out, Damon. Gets it forward, now it'll be intercepted by Marciano, who drives it forward, and nice take out in front to player we might have to get on the list there, Matt. Out in front now, taken away this time, and there's a wider kick that time. We've got a few off the list at the moment, on duties no doubt.
Who were you missing, Rick?
That was 34.
34.
So I've got him, Tom Boyd. And now we've got a shot from 50 out. They might just lob it into the goal square here, Bendigo. No, decides to go to Marciano, who had it and lost it. Good attack by the Bushies to just hold that up. And now it's with Tom Boyd, who goes forward. Centre wing now. Oh, nice pick up by White. Gets it forward. Out of bounds it goes. $16 was Atley for the Murray Bushrangers. Another Atley.
Yeah, you would say he'd be related, Rick?
Tap down. The front of the pack, they're trying to barge through. Little soccer off the ground, sees Chandler drive a big up and under towards centre half forward.
Oh.
Beats all comers. Clark with it. Gives it towards the full forward area. But pushing it. Oh, great pick up there. And running off beautifully that time. Working it clear for Bendigo. They find that was Atley again. Might get pinged here. No.
That was Brady Rolls that ran that at absolute top pace. Usain Bolt pace, that out of
They picked it up one-handed.
half-back. Up they go. Neither ruckman gets a tap away. On top of it was Damon's, a little quick flick out. Eventually the ball's kicked forward there by Sanford. Comes over the top. Marriott couldn't get rid of it. Now there's a quick snap on goal by White. Touched through from behind. 139 on the NG. Bendigo Pioneers yet to score. Jackson Williams to bring the ball back in for Bendigo. Goes in short, straight up the middle to Jeremy Rohde. Handballs back to Williams on the left boot. Kicks out to half back. Couldn't quite get it. Rolls, no. Murray going to go forward through Boyer. Good hit up to Jordan Butts, who has marked this 26 metres out. He'll be on a 50-degree angle, kicking to the western end.
Looking at focal point already there, Butts, Matt.
Yeah, he certainly is presenting well, and even the last time it came inside attacking 50, his defensive pressure was really good for the Murray Bushrangers, as you would expect from Jordan Butts.
Comes in, kicks. Umpire doesn't move too much at all. That's their second. The Bushies move on to 2-3-15 on the NG scoreboard. Bendigo yet to score. 11.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Just a little bit concerned with the way the Pioneers are still trying to come out of defensive 50. Their hurried, rushed kicks, not really lowering the eyes and hitting up targets. We'd like to see them just slow it down a little bit. Because at the moment they're coughing it straight up to the Murray Bushrangers, who I'd say have dominated possession in the first 12 minutes of the game.
Now we've got Benjamin Kelly in the ruck here for Bushrangers. They're just overflowing with ruckman. And now it's tapped out the back, picked up by Flynn Perez, goes inboards towards full forward. An attempt there, but it wasn't taken. Now White will take the mark at centre half back. And he plays on straight away. Looks a busy type.
Good boy.
A great intercept there by, that was Vaz. He's looking dangerous already. He gets it down towards full forward, but we'll have another turnover. And Fiore takes the mark and goes out wide. He's found another man deep out there in Tom Boyd, who'll burst it. A nice long kick to centre wing. Big pack forms. Up they go. Bring it to ground. The umpire's paid a free. Might have been over the shoulder.
And it's that man again.
And
Rick.
Butts gets it off straight away, and they'll work it towards half forward. Intercept that time, and a bit of a clip over the ear. Accidental by the look of it. And Marciano, very busy, getting a few combinations in, and he works it towards half back. And they'll get it underway through Vic. He goes wide, but I don't know who he was aiming for. Out of bounds it went.
Just going to nominate the mark by Vaz before as an executive maintenance mark of the day contender on that outer wing.
Already the leader.
Great grab.
Ball to be thrown in, centre wing, halfway through this first quarter action. Round 9, live from Queen Elizabeth Oval. Bendigo at the bottom of the pack. Just Bendigo move the ball okay, just don't hit up targets at the right time. Their entries into 50 have caused a few issues. They can tidy that up, they might be able to hit the scoreboard. Now running out of the middle, Murray. Go out wide, ball comes to ground, bit of a contest. Tackle, breaks it, this is White. Goes inboard. Close to goal, they're looking for the boundary line, and the boundary line they find. That was Chelcraft, of course, not White, who got the ball inside 50. He's been
Now,
pinged deliberate.
Grace has fumbled the ball, and he's been pinged. He actually fumbled it.
No, he deliberately put it over, Rick.
Oh.
I don't want to put him in, but that's what he did. He didn't try to keep it in
Might
at
get
all.
our cameraman to rewind that one.
They decide to go across. This has got danger written all over it. Bendigo got the numbers. Now they got the footy through rolls over the boundary line and out of bounds. We're 25 metres around from the Bushrangers goal.
Just having a look at how the Bushrangers are setting up off the ball. They've got at least 3, maybe 4 free players across the half-forward line waiting for that lobbing ball out of defence from the Pioneers.
In she comes, tapped down by Damon. Bendigo dispossessed in the tackle, ball flinging out. Now they've got to break a tackle, gets it forward, rolls. No, now he plies the tackle himself. Good rugby as the ball is moved to true half-back, grandstand side of the ground. Tap down, quick kick forward by Quinn. Repelled, Bendigo trying to clear it. Nice work on his knees. Now Bendigo have got a chance, got to be quick. Can't quite get it there, was Atley. Ugly footy at the moment. That was thrown out. Now it's a quick kick forward into space. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. They learn to keep the ball in this time, Grace. He handballs to a mate under a ton of pressure who's very cool in a crisis, Williams. He kicks straight up the ground. Looping handball to Vic. Over the top. Now they're sort of running themselves into trouble. White gets it across to Smith. Finally gets it back to Damon. Quick handball to Clark. Straightens up, kicks. 2 metres short. Mark taken on the last line of defence by Bendigo. Puts in a shorty. Finds Marciano. Liam Marciano squares it up wide. Now they've got a man in Lawrence. Sorry, that was Moi Moi. They hand it off. Kick to half forward. Man in front drops what he should have taken in Rhodey. Ball in dispute. Half forward. They get it across. Oh, might have been tackled high. And the free kick will go to Bendigo. And it'll be taken by Cachaviello. Kicks inside 50 and spots up a Bushranger again. This is Bradshaw. Switches play. Ball dribbling on the ground. Did that a little bit too easy. Marriott, the ruckman. Good work for a big fella. Now the ball could come back through Wheeler. Kicks it out wide. Straight to the boundary line. And the umpire says, not deliberate. Throw it in. Centre wing. Right in front of the Bushrangers interchange bench. 15 plays 0, 17.5 minutes in.
So Pioneers are trying to combat the tall stature of the Bushrangers. They've got 2 extra in defence at the moment.
Ruckman here for Bendigo. 22, gets it down. They'll work it clear. Now the Bushies get numbers around the ball. A series of handballs, that time through Eli Smith, gets it across. Adams dribbles it. They get it further afield to Frauenfeld. He goes out wide to Butts. He'll have to run onto it, and it beats him over the line. Out of bounds. We're about 35 out from the Bushies' goal. The western part of QE Oval.
Number 22 in the record, Rick, is Max Johnson from Kangaroo Flat, 194 centimetres and 90 kilos.
Maxie Johnson. They bring it to ground, outer side of the ground. Little clearing kick, not quite 15. Play on's the call. They dribble it back inside 50, up towards full forward. Little handout by Butts. And we've got a shot on goal by Smith.
Hit the post.
And hit the post. They'll play on straight away with the new Cherry. And outer side, we get a little pass in and they'll work it clear.
Oh.
That was Lawrence. Now Marriott mops up, gets it towards centre half forward. Ball breaks loose. Well, they'll have a shot towards that full forward area, but a good late tackle. Found it in the hands of Jackson Williams, who plays on straight away. And there's Flynn Perez in the back line at half back. Decides to drive it long to a lead. They'll have to go up in the big pack. And over the back it goes. Oh, great tackle. They fell to ground. Play on's a call. They've worked it backwards here, Murray. And good harassing by Bendigo, but a kick off the ground by Warm. Sees it out of bounds on the full.
The tackle was by Jeremy Rohde, who's been there or thereabouts the contest in the opening part of the game.
Ball taken on half-back by Jake Bradshaw for Murray. Kicks along the line. Oh, strong contested mark by William Wallace, Rick. Now, we should be able to do some work with that.
Willie Wallace.
Played by Mel Gibson. As the ball goes wide by Jackson Williams. He finds Philip Moy who just can't take the slippery ball. William Wallace, good name. Strong.
Was Moy a Melbourne Storm player?
I think he might have been. A lot of famous names on the table today.
And the Perez brothers, I thought they might have been at the World Cup.
Flynn and Oscar.
You could see them representing Brazil, couldn't you? Anyway, outer side, play on the cool. And we've got a scrum on the wing. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Outer side of the ground. Tap it out. Now Bushy's trying to work it clear, but good tackling again by Bendigo. Holding up play nicely today. They've just got to start, as Crooksy said, just work it better hand to foot. Their endeavour's quite good.
Oh, it's matching Murray. It's just the execution.
And they've still got 2 players behind the footy too.
Good little flip out that time by Keating. They get it to ground. Through the middle they run here. Bushy's looking good. Running in waves. They get it out wide. A little handball was fumbled.
Good boy.
Good work.
Love
underneath it by Perez.
Williams.
Now they work it down towards half forward. And Wheeler, aggressive underneath it. Trying to work it out of there quickly. He did well. Scooped it clear.
Look at that.
They've got a few others around it. Trying to get possession.
Oh.
And great attack on the ball there by Noah Wheeler.
He was on hands and knees, chasing after that. Fantastic stuff.
So we'll have a ball up. Interchanges everywhere in front of us at the minute. Up they go, the 2 big number 23s. Another good flip out.
He stuck it up his
That
jumper.
time
He's trying
by
to...
Keating. Keating doing some good ruck work at the moment.
Well, pinged.
Tough act, geez. He's just trying to put up his jumper and run out of the ground with
I
the
like
footy.
the look of this bloke. Kyle Clark gets it out nicely, and they'll work it wide out in
Down
the direction
the
of Chalcraft. He'll play on straight away and look towards Butts.
Oh,
Intercept
good
mark.
mark.
And
That's William Wallace again.
Willie Wallace gets it out wide. Beautiful kick too. And that's Flynn Perez, who's doing quite well there at half-back. He's found his teammate, and Hunter Lawrence will move it forward.
Lawrence just short of half-back, grandstand side. Kicks to half forward, the big men fly. Drops to the back of the pack. Ball in dispute. Trapped underneath a few. Eventually Bendigo just force it out. Bit of a spike. Going nowhere. Now the ball's loose. Again it's trapped underneath. Umpire will have to come in and ball this up. 23 minutes in. 2-4-16 Murray. Bendigo yet to score. Murray might have a bit of whatever breeze there is. Murray's going to have had this quarter. Ball looking to come out the back. Gone forward through Smith. But intercept mark taken by Nathan McHugh. Up they go, off hands, close to the boundary line, over the boundary line, out of bounds, right in front of Bendigo's interchange bench.
Be nice if they could get reward for effort, because as you said, the intensity's about equal measure at the moment for both sides, but it'd be nice if Bendigo could get one on the scoreboard before quarter time.
Ball, slung round 360, play on. Nice smother by Bendigo. Oh, strong bump right in front of us. You could feel it. I've always said, Rick, after 10 years of doing this, the country teams are a tad more physical than the metro teams. Not saying the metro teams aren't, but they're about 10% more physical.
Anyway, we're going to kick out of trouble by Will Chandler, who gets it deep towards half forward. And nice pick up by Frauenfeld.
Holding the ball.
And gets nabbed. They'll play on straight away through Vaz, doing well at half-back. Gets it down towards full forward, or the forward line through Oscar Perez. He can't quite get it. Johnson onto it. But eventually they'll try and work it backwards to come forward and spear it towards half forward. Play on's a call. Now they've got a shot towards the goal square. They've got loose players everywhere. They just can't get it out to them. And eventually, there's Perez again. He gets tackled. Well done by the Bushy defence to hold him up. And equally as well done to the forward line there of Bendigo. And they had a shot on goal for their first score of the game. One behind. Plays 2-4-16 on the NG scoreboard at quarter time here at Queen Elizabeth Oval, Bendigo.
The goal kickers, please, Matt.
Jordan Butts has one for the Murray Bushrangers, and Mark Marriott, the other goal kicker so far in the game. Pioneers yet to register a major, but they got very, very close in that passage of play. I think, as you guys pointed out, it's the execution that's letting them down at the moment.
All right, we'll take our first break here with the Murray Bushrangers leading by 15 points at quarter time. Round 9 action, TAC Cup Radio.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at QE Oval, it is quarter time. The Murray Bushrangers are 2-4-16. The Bendigo Pioneers are just the one behind. What do we make of that first quarter?
I was pretty impressed with, whilst the scoreboard doesn't show, I thought Bendigo's endeavour was terrific. They couldn't quite execute that third or fourth kick out of defence. They could get it to outside their 50, but that next one across centre wing and half forward was a problem area for them. So they've just got to free up, run and carry a bit more and free up players and get more around the ball to help out. So can't comment on, any problems around endeavour. Just got to get their skill level up and their running up. While the Murray Bushrangers probably had more of it and looked a bit sharper and classier, they probably wasted a few opportunities. They did get it inside 50 several times.
Yep.
Just didn't make the most of it, with 2 goals for being the result in that first quarter.
I was going to say, Matt, if you took the inside 50s, Bendigo Pioneers only got 1 for their efforts, but like Murray, we haven't got the stats in front of us, but they would have had triple the inside 50s and have only got they're only leading by 15 points.
Their conversion into attack hasn't been the greatest, and that's actually, I think, what's keeping Bendigo partly in the game at the moment. They haven't been whacked on the scoreboard as maybe they should have. They've had 6 scoring opportunities, the Bushrangers, but I reckon they could have had 3 or 4 more on top of that. So Pioneers' defence holding up well. They do have those, in that first quarter they had 2 numbers playing back, so assisting defensively, which I think may have been creating that problem, as you said, Rick, coming out of defensive 50. They didn't have enough numbers there to provide the options. Everyone else was being forced to work harder, and the Bushrangers were just gobbling up the space. But yeah, the defence holding up well for the Pioneers, and I think they've just got to be a little bit smarter with their use of the footy too, Bendigo. They seem to blaze away on occasions rather than be a bit more tactical. There's a couple of passages of play where they hit up targets and moved it inside attacking 50. So if they can do more of that in this second term, I think they'll be better off.
Very good players across half-back. Liam Marciano, Flynn Perez and Braden Vass, all working well there in that back line.
And Jackson Williams in the back
Jackson
pocket.
Williams, yeah. So they look like they've got a solid unit down there.
And they're all good overhead too. There was some great marks and contested marks as well. So they're not They're good aerial skills, the Bendigo Pioneers.
And some really good work through the middle. Started with the ruckman Mark Marriott for the Bushrangers, but like the work of Kyle Clark. He looks a real smart mover. And also up forward, Jordan Butts looks the class player on the ground at the moment. He's just got to get a few more touches and have a few more shots on goal, Jordan, but he's a classy mover up forward. 196 centimetres. So
Kyle Clark, when we saw the Bushrangers against the Northern Knights, Crooksy, he was very impressive.
He was,
in
yes,
the middle.
yes.
A lot of drive through the middle, off half back. Doesn't seem to be as that busy bee today, or we haven't seen that just yet, but his efficiency with by foot has been good so far.
Just want to mention two of our sponsors, Cowboys Cash and Carry, back to Settlement Road, Rick.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great little store, that. And I tell you, I actually popped in there a few weeks ago, Crooksy.
What did you buy this time?
I bought 2 pair of jeans and
Yep.
a pair of slacks for
Slacks?
$12.50.
How old are you? A pair of slacks.
Pants. $12.50.
What are slacks?
What are slacks?
And I'm wearing a pair of these baked beans right now. There's nothing wrong with them.
I'm glad I bought a pair
$5.
very similar to that for $5
Oh, God,
myself.
I'm in trouble now. I'm getting matched in your outfits.
And I want to mention the AFL Victoria app, Rick. If you do not download this, you don't know what you're behind everyone else.
Yep.
If you want to keep in touch, VFL, VFLW, TAC Cup and TAC Cup girls. I'm getting all my information.
I'm using it now.
Second quarter action, round 9. Take it away, Rick.
Up they go, and Keating with the tap gets it to ground. They'll force it clear. Should favour the Bushies. He'll work it out in numbers. Handball by Smith gets it wide. He's got a sweeper there in Boyd who'll move it towards underneath the commentary box. Nice take by Will Chandler. Goes on the left. Pumps it forward towards full forward. Up they go. Big fly. They bring it to ground. Ball capped on. Not really going anywhere. Now they'll flick it out the back. Clark went without it. Now Bushies can't get it clear. Bendigo pump it forward, but a great mark under pressure there. The Bushrangers player in Boyer. He'll chip it inboard. Big spoil. Play on's a call inside 50 now. Working it out of there. That time Mack. Worm can't get it away. Smith out the back door. We'll have a shot on goal this time, but didn't quite get it. Butts had it and lost it. Play on's a call. Good tackling there by Chelcraft. Again, Bendigo work it clear under enormous pressure. They get it to the 50. Bushy's intercept again. Now here's a chip, and we'll have a shot on goal this time. Chandler takes the mark. And he's 30 metres out. We're right behind this one. Just got to kick it through the middle.
Game awareness from the Bushrangers just seems to be that little bit better. They're working into the right spots at the right time. As pointed out in that kick, Chandler unopposed taking the mark.
So Chandler will kick from 35 metres out. About a 50-degree angle. Comes in on the left. And he kicks a little bit left to right.
Hit the
and
post.
hit the post. Probably another opportunity they've missed.
Williams to bring the ball back in for Bendigo. They've set up defensively well there, Murray. But Williams uses his speed to evade. They kick out wide. Plenty of bushies here. They go forward through Smith, deep into the heart of 50. They need a mark, but Williams comes across with a big fist, punches it clear. Now they've got a flying shot on goal by Sanford. I reckon he's got it. That is an AFL Draft Central goal of the day. Clubhouse leader hit that ball nice and hard, picked it up, got on the left boot, running in the arc and slammed it through for their third. Murray 3-5-23 NG scoreboard. Bendigo just the one behind, and we approach 3 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Really nice goal there, Joel Sanford. On the left, deep in the pocket. So we're back in the middle. Keating up against Marriott. Two tall timbers. And Marriott gets a hand.
There we
Oh,
go.
well roved that time by Kieran. Gets it down towards Bendigo.
Oh.
Forward line. Oh, great mark in defence that time. And out in the left foot goes that player in Bradshaw. They get it wide and work it down towards that half back line, but a nice intercept mark, Jacob Attlee. He'll play on straight away, runs, kicks down towards full forward, up they go. Ball spills free. We'll have a shot on goal here on the left.
Beauty.
And a beautiful goal, that time by Wheeler, Noah Wheeler, on the left. You could see something was going to happen there when he pounced on that one. And he turned around on the left and put it through. And that's an AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender, that one. Through the middle.
Good by the Pioneers too to lock that ball in.
So that's Bendigo's first goal, 117, plays 3-5-23. That, is, of course, is on the NG scoreboard, 4 minutes in on the technical time clock, second quarter.
Great front and square goal by a crummer, Noah Wheeler. Good work. Tackled. Ball comes out wide to Bice. He kicks to 50. Rolls, they keep it out. Bendigo by hand. Bit sloppy, don't hit the target. Put their teammates under pressure. Ball in dispute again. Quick kick forward. Bendigo have got it through McHale. Jack McHale. Jack McHale. We're going to have some fun. Geez, some names we're going to have some fun with today, Rick.
Wind's just picked up a little bit too.
Going to the western end.
Very blustery. Very cold too.
Ball thrown in. Ball falls short. Kicked off the carpet and will be over the boundary line, out of bounds. Centre wing.
Bruce picked up those gum trees in the outer. Blowing pretty hard at the minute. Up they go. Marriott with the left hand on it. They went without it. Now back inside. They'll pump it clear into inside 50 here. Bushy's attacking. Oh, good handball out the back. Butts will put this through. And he does. Nice bit of work. They worked it into the clear. Bit of strength there. And the Bushrangers on the board. 4-5-29 to 117. Good lead. 22 points on the NG scoreboard. 6 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Second quarter action.
And importantly, converting. Unlike what they were doing in the first quarter, they've already got 2 goals, 1 on the board this term, the Murray Bushrangers. And I don't know about you guys, but they just seem to have a little bit bigger build compared to the Pioneers, which is helping in that contested ball.
They are fairly solid. Ball thrown up in the middle. Bendigo win the tap. Haven't won the footy yet. Get down and dirty underneath it. Eventually it comes out to Brown, who kicks inside 50. Bit of a chaos footy. Who can be first back? Bradshaw.
Gee.
Bradshaw sweeps it out wide. I wonder if it's a bit sticky over that way. Just sort of lost his footing. It's close to the boundary. Dispossessed in the tackle. Good work by Bendigo. Underground handball. Still underneath. Smothered handball by Wheeler. And the umpire will come in and ball this up. We're inside 50, western end of the ground. A little bit of winter sunshine trying to sneak through the clouds. They go. Marriott gets the tap. Now they're a chance. Bendigo kick forward through Attlee. Right on the goal line. William Wallace kicks out wide, finds a teammate. Plenty of bushies out this way. Kick right along the line. Punch towards the boundary line. Not a lot of room to work in. Squeezes a good handball out. Underground. Attlee. Now they look to go forward through Marciano. Attlee again. It's kicked forward, but in defence is Clark. Ooh. Good vision, good awareness. Plenty of Pioneers here. 4 against 1. Marciano does the old give and get. This has got danger written all over it. Kicked across. Now Murray, they spread. They've got it. Played onto a bit of Barney rubble. Now the kick. It's taken by Rolls. The intercept kick bounces. Gets it back. Sweeping handball to Roddy. Back to Rolls. They're doing it by centimetres here. He gets his own footy. Good work. They get it across. Can they win it? Handball into the middle to Marciano, who follows up his work. Bendigo, don't know how they're getting there. Atley kicks up forward. Double defensive punch, falls fortuitously. Now they've got a shot on goal. And it's through the Pioneers. What a team goal. One end of the ground to the other. And who put it through, Rick?
I think it was Atley at the last.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
Gee, I don't know. I've lost him. But it just looked like they were going to get held up.
I think it was Keating got the last one. Daniel Keating.
Gee whiz. Didn't it look like they were going to lose possession the whole way up there? But they did well. They persisted and kept giving a number. That was the key to it.
And
they had a player there.
They took the game on too.
That's it.
They took it on. They attacked.
Margin of error was 0.5 millimetre the whole way up, and they eventually got it there. 2-1-13 to 4-5-29. NG scoreboard. 9.5 minutes in. Technica time clock.
Dylan Clark with the kick out down towards centre half forward. They'll try and clear again, Pioneers. The umpire let them go. Here's one over the back door. Taken by Rice. They get it down towards full forward. Good pressure again by Pioneers. And a nice intercept mark there in the last line. We'll just pick that player up. That's Vaz. He's done well so far today. And Marciano has it in the back pocket underneath the NG scoreboard. They kick it long. Over the back, Amory traps it nicely. Goes back inboard. And, this player's looking good so far, Shellcraft. Classy mover. Gets it down. He's got a man there for sure. And Frauenfeld takes the mark. And he is near the scoreboard there. And he's about 40 metres out when he kicks here. And Frauenfeld Bailey comes in. Bit of a skip on the left and chips it all the way.
Nice goal.
Nice kick. Didn't really lay into it, but guided it beautifully. And that's another goal here to the Murray Bushrangers. Bendigo Pioneers 2-1-13. The Murray Bushrangers, that'll be 5-5-35. So 22-point margin at this stage into the second quarter, 11 minutes in.
Almost felt like a bit of a steadier there for the Bushrangers after the last couple of passages of play.
Yeah, they've been under the pump a bit.
Good response.
Ball up. Go on. Ball back up in the middle. Bendigo to clear through Hunter Lawrence. Kicks inside just to the edge of 50. Murray through William Wallace. Getting too much freedom for mine. William Wallace off half-back. Goes... There was a gag, Rick.
Okay.
You can give us
what movie was it?
That was Braveheart, Rick.
Braveheart.
They can take our lives, but they can never take our freedom, Rick.
Glad I'm sitting in the back row.
Ball to be thrown in. Bang on centre wing. Outer side of the ground. Tapped. Clark. Got it over the top of it. Trapped underneath. Umpire looks. Gives him the benefit of the doubt. Going to throw this one up. .35 plays 13. 12 minutes into the second quarter. Tapped away. Eventually, good work by Murray. They kick inside 50. Bounce. Dodgy bounce. Over the boundary line, out of bounds. Right in front of the NG scoreboard. Working their way around. We can see the trees in the background, carrying a bit of breeze. Bit of sun peeping through here at the moment. Grey skies pretty much all around. And the air is cold. Butts taps it down. Bendigo slung off the kick. Trying to work underneath it. Could have been trapped, caught high. Ball just stuck in one vicinity. Up she comes. Butts again. Bendigo working the ball clear. Clark caught, dispossessed. Again, a pack develops. They can't get it away, and the ball will be thrown up. See if he can break up play, Rick.
Outer side of the ground. Got a ball in. Murray attacking. Johnson this time up against Kelly. Bit of a show of strength. Kelly gets a hand on it. They get it to ground, grabbing it that time. Can't quite get away from it. And underneath it there was Lawrence. They'll tap it forward. Little kick towards 50. Got a wave of players here, and they work it down towards full forward.
Oh.
Jordan Butts takes the mark. 40 metres out, directly in front.
Again, just great positioning from Jordan Butts there. It was a hurried kick out of the contest. He knew where to run, and it hit him straight on the chest.
He's hard to get around, isn't he? He's just a nice athlete. Jordan Butts coming in for goal. 40 out. He comes in, looks nice off the boot, and that's through the middle. That's his third. That's the one we were keeping our eyes on, Matty. He's up to 3 now, causing a bit of havoc down there on the forward line. And now the Bushrangers, 6-5-41, starting to get a bit of a lead on the Bendigo Pioneers, 2-1-13. That is, of course, on the NG scoreboard, who are our broadcast partner. And we are 15 minutes into the second quarter on the Technica time clock.
Just been trying to pick up, mentioned a couple of times the Pioneers have got a spare in defence. I think the Bushrangers have got an extra number around the ball at the contest, because I can't pick up where their spare is.
Ball kick forward through Johnson, and the mark taken for the Bendigo Pioneers.
Willie, is that Willie Tenace?
I think it might be, yep, William Tenace.
Tenace played at Geelong?
And Carlton.
Carlton?
Carlton and Geelong. He got went to Carlton, Kane Tenace.
Kane Tenace, that's it.
All right, he is going to line up directly in front. He will kick from 42.5 metres. He comes in. He kicks. Looked very nice off the boot. Oh, just faded to the right. Behind a Bendigo, 2-2-14 to 6-5-41. 27-point lead to Murray. And we are almost 16 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Ball kicked out. Mark, not taken there by Ben Kelly. Good to have a Kelly playing for the Bushrangers.
No doubt
A local.
a descendant.
Yeah, descendant. Ball thrown in. Kelly, neither ruckman can get near it, but Bushies have got plenty of numbers. Haven't got the footy yet. Eventually they work it through Smith. He goes into Wallace. They've got the poise to kick it across.
Ooh.
Will it stay in? No. And the ball is over the boundary line, out of bounds, forward pocket, western end.
Could be costly. They had 2 players free there if that kick hits.
Defensive pressure for the Pioneers inside 50 has been superb.
Up she comes. Hits the deck. Wheeler first onto it. Now, it might have been caught high there. Umpire didn't think so. They kick out Murray. Mark taken. Oscar Perez lost. Sees his man. Good vision. And that will be taken by Zane Kieran.
Get an indication of this wind at the moment with this kick. He's kicking on 50.
That was beautiful work by Oscar Perez. Just
Both Perez look clean. Nice players, don't
yeah,
they?
neat. Zane Kieran directly in front. He kicks from 49 metres. Gives it a old heave-ho.
What breeze?
And it's straight through the middle. Good goal, Zane Kieran. That's Bendigo's third. 3-2-20 on the NG scoreboard. The Murray Bushrangers are 6-5-41. And the Technica time clock is just ticking up to 18 minutes in.
Important goal in the context of the game. Just keeps them in at the Pioneers. If the Bushrangers had got another one on the board, it might have been just teetering away for Bendigo, but they're keeping in the game.
Back in the middle, we've got Marriott this time. Up against Johnson. Marriott with the clear head out. Taken away by Wheeler. He gets tackled, but does well to get out of trouble. They'll work it clear towards half forward. Pushed aside nicely. Well worked by Perez. He gets it inboard. And a nice mark inside to Keating. Daniel Keating. Now, we saw a goal kicked from 50. This is a bit closer. We might get a bit of left to right after the last attempt. And that's a wobbler.
Oh.
And just didn't spin it correctly. Just offline for a behind. Does look a little left to right all the same from that angle. Now we move on to 21 plays 41. So a 20-point lead to Murray. They'll chip it around the boundary line. Adams gets it further afield. Oh, Keating dropped it, but he'll get the free. They landed on top of him there, Fiore. And they'll play on through Kieran, who pumps it towards full forward. Up they go, over the back it goes. Have we got a runner? No, they get back in numbers here. Bushies doing well. But they went without it. Now we'll have a shot on goal, and he's dribbled it through.
Ooh.
Just offline. Did well to hold it up again there, Bendigo.
Yeah, they're locking it inside attacking 50, which is important. Again, that forward pressure.
They'll play on again, and there was a loose man, but he's turned it over. Perez had it and lost it. Runs into trouble. They've got numbers around the 50 if they can pick it up, but and get it out there. Perez gets it out further afield. They're working it forward. They can't win clean position yet. Good tackling by doing a two-step there. Now Perez has it on the left and slams it towards goal, but it was all a bit rushed, that play. And that's probably the worst kick of the day, because he's kicked it out in the full 3 metres. And we've got a shot on goal this time.
Moi Moi.
Is this Moi Moi?
It is.
He'll turn around. You would expect him to kick this. And he's
Hit the Wilbur.
Philip Moi Moi.
Love that name.
Tell you what, if they can get another goal before half-time...
Game on.
Yep, the momentum's going all their way at the moment, the Pioneers.
Wallace kicks in. Oh, gee, they worry me when they do that. Murray Bushrangers, back pocket. Long kick to half-back, comes over the back. Bendigo, they get it out the back. Free kick to Bendigo. This is Rocky Marciano. He's going to kick it back in. Told to play on. They need a big grab.
Ooh.
Beats all comers. Comes out the back. William Wallace. He's going to switch play. Seen a few bushies out here. Holds it up. Handballs over to Smith. Smith runs along the boundary line. Kicks along. Oh, executive maintenance. Mark of the day contender to Jacob Atley. Beautiful contested mark. Nathan McHugh. He's a kick and a half out from goal. Looks up forward. Tries to spot up a man. Put him under a little bit of pressure. Couldn't take it. Ball.
It would have been better off to hit the top of the square there, I would have thought.
It's a bit low percentage.
Yep.
Kicking to a man on a bad angle. All right, big crowd around here. Tap down. They work it by hand. They're going to come back to the grandstand side. Nice side step. Now the big, beautiful torpedo punt. But it is all Bendigo.
They have fell down here, haven't they? That kick out to the centre wing. And they've gone wide out in the outer side. All of a sudden we've got a race on our hands. Picked up by Marciano, who'll work it inside. Centre half forward, little push out, and the umpire saw it. He'll call play on through Amory, who works it out in that outer side of the ground, and they'll force it to a running player out there in Shellcraft. He'll pick it up. He lost it. He swirled around on his on a sixpence. Now they'll have a shot towards that full forward area, and that ball just dribbles through from behind.
Geez, Chalcraft did well to recover there.
Didn't he ever?
He's evasive type, isn't he? They'll play on from full back, and this marks to Hunter Lawrence. Now, weighing up his options, got to be a good kick, but he's gone long to a one-on-one over the back. Well roved that time. They should be able to work it clear. Tenace gives it out.
Oh.
McHugh using his strength. Goes inboard. Nice little handball. They've just got enough numbers to cause trouble there, the Bushies, and they did well. Here it is now. It's landed in Dylan Clark's hand. He works it forward. This is trouble. Chalcraft's onto it. He dodges around on his left, but worked it inside, and I thought it was a mark, but play on's a call. We're in the goal square. Dangerous posse here. They should be able to goal the Bushies, and they have missed from 3 metres out. That was Frauenfeld.
Chalcraft again with that duck and weave in the pocket.
They'll play on straight away, the Bushies. Marciano worked it out of there. Rhodey, he plays on. Over the top it goes to McHugh. He's just got to get a clean bounce. He does. Perez with a nice pick-up. He'll go, well, it was almost short enough, but overcooked it. Nice intercept, Quinn. They'll work it towards half forward, the Bushies. Good spoil by Frauenfeld. Brings it to ground and out of bounds it goes.
Great contested game of footy, isn't it?
It is driving up here today in the rain, Matt. I was thinking this could be a real slog, but we've been lucky with the weather and the game is delivering.
Yeah, good intensity being shown from both sides.
Ball kicked out by Bendigo into the middle of Queen Elizabeth Oval. Moi taken, now kicked in forward. I think McHugh was being held there by the jumper, but he's marked it anyway.
Solid.
As the siren sounds for half-time. And the NG scoreboard reading 6-7-43 to Bendigo 3-5-23. The goal kickers, please, Matt.
For the Murray Bushrangers, the man that we're keeping a close eye on today, Jordan Butts, with 3 goals, 2 of them coming in that second term. Bailey Freuenfeld got 1, Marriott with 1, and Sanford has a single as well. Whilst for the Bendigo Pioneers, their 3 goal kickers have been Wheeler, Keating and Kieran.
Beautiful work. We will take a break. We're hoping to bring you an interview or 2 at half-time. We'll be back on the other side of this. This is TAC Cup Radio Round 9 action.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number 1 AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Queen Elizabeth Oval, it's half-time. The Bendigo Pioneers 3-5-23 trail the Murray Bushrangers 6-7-43. Rick, and we've got a couple of special guests to speak to.
Yeah, we do. First of all, talent manager for the Bendigo Pioneers, Steve Sharp. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good to have Rick, you. Thank you. Yeah, welcome to sunny Bendigo.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse on the way up. We had a pretty wet drive, so I was more than happy to see the ground in great shape like it is. Has it been as good as this all year?
Oh, look, it's like this all the time. Yeah, the council have done a sensational job here. They spent quite a few dollars on it, $2 or $3 million a couple of years, or 4 or 5 years ago, and it's it's in great order. It doesn't cut up much.
And the challenges this year for Bendigo, we know it's been a tough couple of years for Bendigo, but you seem to have a nice little group, and you can't knock their efforts so far.
No, Rick. No, look, the boys are really starting to improve. It's Rick Coburn's second year as coach, and we're getting some real consistency now with what he wants through the group, and we've seen some improvement over the last 3 weeks against Eastern, or Calder before that, then Eastern, and then Western Jets last week, where we got beat by 7 points. So we were in pretty good form, the Jets.
So what we're seeing today is the effort around the ball, quite consistent through the Pioneers, but we just need to sharpen up the ball play coming into the forward line. Is that what you're working on? Or?
Absolutely. They just need to grab their opportunities and take the chances when they get the ball in there. Look, they worked really hard that last half of that quarter to keep the ball in, and just didn't quite nail it. Probably could have got a couple of goals, but that wasn't to be. But as long as their effort's there, I think the results will come.
And of course, this week in particular, we're affected with the country championships. How have Bendigo fared in that regard?
Yeah, we're probably not as affected as to what Murray are, particularly with the Allies and their Albury boys across the border there. Jai Caldwell, Brody Kemp, and Zane Kieran here. Zane's playing today, but Brody and Jai aren't. Jai's actually co-captain of Big Country. He's got a hamstring injury. I'm not sure if he'll play again in those championships, but yeah, I think Murray got a few more out than what we have today. Yep.
And tell us a bit about the Perez brothers. They're interesting types. They're nice, clean movers.
Yeah. Well, we've got younger of the two brothers in Flynn, who is only a 17-year-old. Flynn's been through our program. 16-year-old came through last year, and this year he's been really, really good. And we're looking forward to what Flinny's got to provide us with over the rest of this year and next year, because we're quite excited about what he has to offer. Older brother Oscar, he's an interesting boy. He hasn't played much footy in the last couple of years. I think he played 6 games last year, didn't play the year before at all. He's a 19-year-old and played his first game last week against Western, and played really well for us. So he's pretty clever, smart, good decision maker, and his school level's really good. So we think he's a real chance of being looked at, I reckon, later in the year.
And what's impressed us today is the work across the back line. They seem a tight unit.
Yeah, look, they're working really hard together. We've put a lot of work in down there. We've got a pretty settled back line, and I think we're starting to see a few of the rewards for having and a bit of consistency there with having that same group playing there for a few weeks in a row. I think that helps a fair bit, Rick. Yeah.
And what about the spread of where the kids are coming from to Bendigo at the moment? What areas are you covering?
Yeah, I know we've got any Broken Hill kids in, but quite often we do. Kobe Much was one of those boys who went to Essendon a couple of years ago. Got a new boy today, Brady Rolls, who's down from Mildura Demons in the Sunraysia League, playing his first game, and you might have seen him out there, number 59. He's got a heap of pace. So we're pretty excited for him for his first game today. We've got a couple of boys from Central Murray, Swan Hill area. We've got a fairly even couple of boys. So one young fellow, Cooper Vic, back in from Kyabram today. We've got a handful of the Chuka Moama boys, which was about an hour up the road, and we've got a couple of other. I think we've got about 5 new boys in today, or 4 or 5 new boys, but a fairly even spread. Most of those Sunraysia boys have relocated to Bendigo, but Brady's still up at home, living up there, doing his schooling there. So.
And what about QE Oval? Does it get a lot of traffic through the year, or how many games do they play?
It's played on every week. This is the co-tenants here are South Bendigo and Sandhurst. Yep. Plans for South Bendigo to move to the Harry Trott Reserve, which is over in Kennington, and they're sort of progressing towards that. But there is a fair bit of traffic. There were 3 games yesterday. There'll be 2 today, and by the end of the day, even though the weather hasn't been great either days, you wouldn't know it. The ground's in great order.
And what are we hoping to see for the rest of the year for the Bendigo Pioneers, Steve?
Yeah, we're like all the TAC Cup clubs at the moment, making decisions on our 18-year-old boys about where they're at with their development. The doors never close with us, Rick. I mean, kids can go back to local club footy and play really well, and we can bring them back in, but we've got to make way for the 17-year-olds, and we need to have a look at a lot of those boys to make decisions on where they sit in the whole thing, and just to give them a bit of a taste of it so that they know where the level's at, and then they get a better appreciation for the work they have to do, and they can come in eyes and ears, eyes wide open about what the program's about for their top age year.
Fantastic stuff, Stephen. Well, as always, we love coming up to Bendigo and visiting and calling from Queen Elizabeth Oval, and great to catch up again, and thanks for giving us the time on TAC Cup.
Yeah, appreciate your time, Rick. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Stephen Sharp, of course. We'll take a break on TAC Cup Radio, and we'll come back with another interview. James Shishka.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances. Like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio.
And welcome back to Queen Elizabeth Oval. It is half-time thanks to Stephen Sharp, talent manager of the Bendigo Pioneers, as the Pioneers trail by 20 points. And Rick, we've got another interview up.
Yeah, we've got James Shishka here to have a chat to us. Now, James, I had you penciled in to be playing today. I had you as number 20 on my scorecard. So what's the reason you're not playing, mate?
Just a rest this week.
Yep.
had a bit of school footy, bit of club footy, and a TAC Cup game against Western a couple of weeks ago. So decided to have a rest this week. School footy again on Wednesday, and then down in Box Hill, and then hopefully down at Punt Road next weekend.
So which school do you represent?
Bendigo Senior, so just across the road. Actually.
Okay, terrific. Yeah. And your local club, where are you signed up?
Stratford, so used to be a Sandhurst boy, but moved across a couple of years ago. And, play out at the Storm.
That's just the eastern side, isn't it?
I'm not quite sure, actually. Couldn't tell you. But
The right of us?
Out towards Strathdale.
And how do you juggle your commitments with TAC Cup footy and school footy and club footy?
School footy's only just been this term, so it's not too bad. But juggling it with school and work is quite a bit of a challenge because work a fair bit. And school's pretty hectic because I'm in Year 12 this year, even though I'm a bottom major. So it's pretty full on, but you got to push through it, and hopefully next year to be quite cruisy. So. And
where have you enjoyed playing so far this year for the Pioneers?
Probably in a mid-forward role. I started the year as a tall forward, and wasn't really coming down there as much. So moving through the mid and then pushing forward wasn't so bad.
Okay. And is that where you've played most of your footy as a junior, or where have you played most of it?
Sort of played junior footy down back, and then moved up forward as I got a bit older, and then last year sort of moved across half-back and through the middle at club footy, so through the 16s and 18s.
Yeah. So how old were you when you first started playing footy there, James, and what club?
I played under 10s at Stratford, and then I played soccer for a couple of years, and then moved back across to footy, and then have played since top age under 12s. So.
Okay. And what are you hoping for the rest of the year, mate?
Obviously hoping to stay in the team, and been pretty tricky. I've only played in a losing side this year, so hopefully to get a few wins. Play like we did against Western. It was quite a successful game for us, so worked as a team, nearly come within a top 4 team, beating a top 4 team, so quite proud of that, and obviously work towards winning now. So.
And the AFL, do you follow anyone in the AFL? Which team?
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, so you've had a bit of success of late?
Yeah.
This year's not the best?
Not great, but good die-hard Bulldogs fan. So.
Oh, great to hear. And is there anyone at the Bulldogs that you like to either model yourself on or try to play like?
Nah, I don't really model myself on anyone. It's just play my own game and play as hard as I can. So. Yeah.
And how have you found the unit this year at Bendigo as a group?
Good lot of boys. I go to school with a fair few of them because some of them move down from out of town, so out of Swan Hill and Mildura. So go to school with quite a few of them, and then a few of the boys are just up the road at CCB. So good group of boys, get along with them really well. So really enjoying the footy.
And you all come together on the one night?
No, Tuesday, Thursdays.
Thursdays now. So gives you a good time. And are you training mostly here at QE?
No, we train out at Huntley North Epsom, so out at the soccer grounds. Like there's a couple of footy grounds there, so we train out there.
And is the training complex good enough?
We've only just recently moved out. I think they used to train here, but we've only just recently moved out there. So we've got quite a few. We've got the girls Pioneers training out there, and the 16s. 50, all the academy, the Bendigo Academy train out there as well. So obviously enough to hold all those teams, but not too bad.
So you've come in at a time where women's footy's growing around you as well. How's the interaction between both teams with the women's and the boys playing as well?
We didn't really. They sort of started their season a bit earlier than us, so that we didn't really interact with them as much, and they never really. Came over for dinner, or because we have dinner on Thursday nights. We never really interacted as much as we probably could have, but it'll probably keep growing out there.
Something to work on in the future.
Yeah.
All right, James. Well, thanks for taking the time up to have a chat,
and
enjoyed having a chat. And we'll look forward to looking at you for the rest of the season, see how you progress with Bendigo Pioneers.
Thank you very much,
James Shishka from Bendigo. We'll take a break and come back for the second half. Bendigo Pioneers versus the Murray Bushrangers.
Another year of TAC Cup football, and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Kiwi Oval, both teams are back out on the ground. The umpires are in the middle, and the respective staff of both teams making way to their vantage points. Thanks to Stephen Sharp, talent manager up here at Bendigo. And look, of all the clubs, they've probably done them the least over 10 years, Rick, but Ray Burnett was always a ripper for us, wasn't he?
There was a reason too, because they did have...
They used to have a local
weekly,
coverage.
Local coverage, and we sort of stepped back a bit, but we're keen to do a lot more of Bendigo going forward.
And we've got them next week at Punt Road. They take on Gippsland. So next Saturday afternoon, we've got the Pios 2 weeks in a row, which is excellent.
And it gives us a chance to have a look at some of these players that are impressing us today.
Yeah.
To see how they back up again next week.
Because they have had they're only 20 points down, but they've had some exceptional players, especially across the back line there. I've been very impressed with them.
Yeah, they're. I like the work of Vaz. He's a good size, good mover. I liked Perez there, Flynn Perez, and also Oscar. Oscar's been pretty good as well. And Marciano, deep in defence, gives them a lot of drive out of there. Another one out of that area, was it Vic driving out of that area a few times?
Yes.
But,
he's been more around wing.
Centre wing area, but Atlee's impressed as well.
Yes.
He does move he does move a little bit like Sean at times with his the way he drops the ball to foot. So I've got to just double check his relationship there.
He's right there in front of us. Sean played for Murray.
That's right. That's what's thrown us a little bit. And we have Joe Atlee as well. Went to Port Adelaide.
Yeah. There's a lot of Atlees.
Joe, yeah.
Leave it with us. We'll work it out. Third quarter action, round 9. Up they go. Take it away, Rick.
Sharked away nicely by Smith. They'll get it wide, but we'll have an intercept. There's Atlee. Takes the mark at centre wing. Been impressive so far in this call. And Atlee goes long towards centre half forward. Big spoil over the back. That'll find the Bushies' hands a little toe poke further. And nice movement there, Kyle Clark, but run into trouble and got a high tackle. Gets up pretty gingerly. Kyle Clark, classy type. He goes right back. And now they'll work it out of defence. Oh, beautiful long pass to Dylan Clark on the burst. Gets it out wide. We'll have a free kick, but the mark was taken. Chandler, he'll swing around on the left and play on down towards half forward to Butts. Butts takes the mark. He'll chip it back inboard to Dylan Clark. They'll just hold up play for the minute. They'll go back. Oh, good intercept there. All of a sudden, Perez gets it. Gets tackled without it, and he'll get the free. Just overused it a bit there, the Bushies. And we've got Flynn Perez goes very wide to a loose man, the outer side, and he'll work it down towards full forward. They'll try and tap it forward, but play on was the call. Here's Atlee, gets on the left to a one-on-one and a mark in front of Johnson.
Great work there by the Bendigo Pioneers. that entry
No,
inside.
that was Tenace, the mark, but read it well and really good pressure there by Bendigo.
Yeah, they just hustled it forward. Really, since that passage of play in this halfway through the second quarter, they've been more willing to take the game on, which is promising sides. It's only a 20-point margin, early stages of the third term.
Tenace to kick from 25 out, directly in front. Comes in and kicks to the right, but it might just offline. One they would have done with.
They could have. Exact same scoring shots in the second term, but the Pioneers kicked 3-4, Bushrangers 4-3.
Now they'll play on straight away out in the outer side, and a mark under the NG scoreboard there. And the Bushies go back deep in defence. Little kick forward by Bradshaw. They got a nice lead, but that ball's kept low. Picked up nicely by Rice, but couldn't quite break away. It's out into open space now. Quinn goes to it down the line. Over the top it goes. Keating leads in the race for it, the big fella. Lumbers after it. Does well to get a nice handball in, but they overworked it. And out of bounds it went. Underneath us right here in the commentary box, in the grandstand at QE Oval, centre wing. Ball thrown in. Marriott at the front. Too tall, gets it down. Trying to shark it out of there was Wheeler. They'll work it clear. Kyle Clark with the boot towards centre half forward. Well spoiled. Brought it to ground, but here's the Bushies. They're running onto it. Butts will have a shot from 20 metres out and puts through his fourth. And that is an AFL Draft Central goal of the day team contender. They worked it well in numbers. And another goal to the Bushies. So that takes them on to 7-7-49, and they lead the Pioneers 3-6-24. That is on the NG scoreboard, 4 minutes into the third quarter on the Technica time clock.
Very similar circumstances to what happened at the other end, except that the Bushrangers were able to convert. So that's where the margin is at the moment. That's the conversion rate when you go inside attack.
Wheeler gets grabbed high and he'll get a free kick in the middle of the ground. Just looking to play on, but he's got support. He'll go on the left and boot it inside 50. Too many Bushies for my liking. They bring it to ground and they'll clear it. We've got a 2-on-1 situation. Oh, the mark in front to Worm. Does well. Worm slides it forward, down towards the forward 50. Inside it goes, but there'll be a ball up for sure. 45 out from the Pioneers' goal.
I reckon they've lost a bit of composure, the Bushrangers. In the first quarter, they were using it the footy a lot better. I think the pressure from Bendigo is just causing them to panic a little bit every time they get the ball in their hands.
And they'll try and work it clear again. They went without it. Now they'll play on, try and work it inside the boundary. They do well to keep it in because there was all sorts of trouble. Series of handball. Oh, clever work by Bradshaw. Gets it to Smith. He'll work it towards half forward. Big fist over the back, grabbing at Chandler. He did well to give off the handball. Butts gives it off again. They should be able to chip it into open space. Again on the forward line, they'll have a banana bend. That was Frauenfeld, but kicked it on the full.
Hello, good afternoon to Peter Williams and Siobhan Rowe, who are both listening.
Fantastic.
Who have both reliably informed us that Jacob Attlee is the younger brother of Sean and Joe.
Great work. I thought there was a lot of similarity in the kicking style there.
And the surname.
So we've got it now in the hands of Chelcraft. Liked his work today. Busy player.
He has been good, Rick. Classy.
Loves to balk and run. And he'll come in now. Chelcraft comes in from 40 and kicks through the ball. And it holds up beautifully through the middle. And that is his first for the day. And they're getting out to a handy lead now, where the Pioneers are 3-6-24 to the Murray Bushrangers 8-7-55. That's on the NG scoreboard, 6 minutes in. in the third quarter on the Technica time clock.
He's only 175 centimetres, Jai Shellcraft, but as you guys said, he's a very classy player. Likes selling the candy. Could run his own candy store.
Very, got the lime green boots on too. Very neat with the white soccer to MND Day too. All the TAC Cup clubs getting involved there. Ball in the centre of the ground. Bendigo trying to flick it out. They're under a bit of pressure here. Eventually Murray win it and go out wide, and it's taken by Frauenfeld. Frauenfeld kicks long to the square, but he's off target. Over the boundary line, out of bounds on the full. Bendigo to take the resultant free kick. Not sure, has to go along the line. Kicks to half back, pack will fly. They flew, everyone missed. Butts gets the handball away. It's a dinky kick to the top of the square. A little bit of interference. No one can grab it. Bendigo, ball to boot, no. And that was a little bit hesitant with the hole in the ball there. Umpire number 12, Rick.
Couldn't have been anything else.
He caught him cold and brought him
Jack
to ground.
McHale, that was, that got caught there. Former coach of
Collingwood. For 58 years. All right. This is Bailey Frauenfeld for the Murray Bushrangers. Left footer comes in and was always going to the left.
He's had a rough couple of minutes, Bailey. He's kicked 2 on the full and now a point. But he's getting plenty of it, that's for sure, for a forward.
That's the hardest part. Jackson Williams to bring the ball back in for Bendigo. Goes to the outer side of the ground. He's got Marciano picked out and finds him. He's on half-back, told to play on. Goes this way, comes back the other. Goes to centre wing. Nice work. This is Wallace. Kicks long. They get it to half forward. The punch is up. Atley can't quite take it. Now he gets it. Flicks out the handball quick. They need to be smart. Key ran. They go backwards to go forwards, but Murray numbers in defence. Will they look to switch?
Not much on.
They have to go up the line. Comes off hands. Damon gets it across to Clark. Clark goes in, short to Butts, who doesn't break stride. Sets sail for home, and it's straight through the hated a little. Lovely passage of football by the Murray Bushrangers. That is Jordan Butts' 5th goal. That is the Murray Bushrangers' 9th. They move on to 9-8-62 to the Bendigo Pioneers 3-6-24 NG scoreboard. 10 minutes in on the Cowboys, on the Technica time clock.
He can do it all, can't he?
Special comments for Cowboys.
He can do it all, Jordan Butts. He's phenomenal.
He has got involved in the play as well. He's not just kicking goals, he's getting off handballs and moving up the ground. He's playing a great game, Jordan Butts.
His second efforts have been one of the things that I've noted throughout the game so far.
And our AFL Draft Central player focus for the day is Jordan Butts, and he's giving us a real show. Play-on's a call in the middle of the ground, and they'll work it out here, Bendigo, and Perez runs into trouble, gets tackled. Out the back it goes. That was Amory with the ball. Handballs it out. Now we've got an intercept. Bendigo, work it forward with the hand. Perez taps it to himself. Flynn, he's just going to get tackled, and he got caught. He did the right thing taking on the tackler.
Nothing wrong with that.
But he was a bit unlucky there. Now we'll have Oscar. Perez runs around. Oh, where's he going now? He gives it back to Flynn. They're just bobbling the ball around left, right and centre here. Eventually it goes towards half forward. Good tackle. Just pressuring here. Oh, another good tackle. Wasn't rewarded. Play-on's a call. Murray working it out of defence.
Oh,
good pace there.
Jeez.
Kick long towards the ruckman in Keating. Comes the spoil. Oh, Butts again. Beats 2 of them. Gets it out in the open. Now Bendigo will be able to work it clear. They're just overusing it. Kieran with the handball out. They've got to get it clear, and a drop mark on centre wing allows the Bendigo to come in again. They just can't break away. Good work by the Bushies to just hold them up there, but eventually now running in numbers. Bendigo work it towards Oscar Flynn. Oscar Perez and Flynn Perez. That's Oscar. And he spears the pass. And he's found his man, Wheeler.
That's their best entry inside 50 for precision. That's if they did that a bit more often.
But they were confident then as well.
Yes.
The last passage of play, they were very hesitant. They didn't know where they were going that time around. That was a lot of purpose and hit Wheeler hard on the chest. The player that had that burst of speed off half-back for the Murray Bushrangers was Patrick Warner.
It was great to watch player run. Wheeler comes in on the left, kicks beautifully. It went left sharply.
Wind caught it.
Gee, didn't it? It held up. It is kicking into that breeze there. They did well to hold it in there. Johnson went without it. Play on's a call. Oh, great work by the Pioneers to hold up the Bushies there, but nice pick up by Bradshaw. They'll clear it now. And now we've got Perez of the Flynn variety taking the mark. Perez goes long to centre half forward. Up they go. Juggling attempt, not paid. It's 45 out from the Bendigo goal. Play on's a call. They'll clear it again. Out towards Chalcraft, but out of bounds it went.
13 minutes into the third term. 62 plays 46 the Bushrangers. A holding sway. Ball to be thrown in. Outer side of the ground. Plenty of cars littered around. You'll see that on the vision. No one can get a clean possession. Eventually Bendigo handball forward. Now Murray have got it. Backwards to go forwards. They go in quickly and find Ben Kelly. Gets it, releases the ball straight away. Now we're inside 50. They're looking for Jordan Butts. They come over the back. Can't get rid of it. Umpire holding the ball.
That's an old-fashioned gang tackle from the Bushrangers. 3 tacklers.
Might have been a bit red hot, Rick, I would have thought.
Yeah, I'm not convinced.
There.
Yeah, the players complain he didn't have enough opportunity.
Oh, geez, Rick. I'd be looking for a bit of BOD, Rick, which would be benefit of doubt. Chalcraft, Jai Chalcraft comes in. He's going to kick it from 39 metres out, near enough to directly in front here. Kicks, hits the post, stabbed at it a little bit that time, Jai.
That's his second poster too.
9-9-63, 3-6-24.
Been a few posters today.
Little kick to himself, Williams. Kicks long to half back. Oh, nice fly. His teammate just took it out of him on the second bite. Attlee, good work. They get it backwards to go forwards. Lawrence to centre wing. Now they get the ball clear. Attlee, quick handball to Wheeler. Back to Attlee. He kicks to half forward, but leading the race for the ball will be Brady Rolls, who'll switch play. Perez, no, can't intercept. Goes back after it again, just makes it a contest. They're all on top of it. Eventually, Smith gets it out for Murray. Running off half-back is Warner at full speed. He gets met the other way. Murray again have got it. Need to be clean. Scrappy footy. Warner on the end of it again. Runs over the top of it. The ball still going forward. Now it's a quick snap at goal. It's across the face and over the boundary line, out of bounds, forward pocket at the Oval Motel end or Western end.
About 3 or 4 metres around from that behind post with Damon in the ruck this time against Johnson. Oh, they ran underneath it. They can't break away from the tackler. Ball up. We're 20 metres out from the Bushies goal. 9-9-63 to 3-6-24. Tapped it down to Shellcraft, who couldn't break away. A lot of players around this ball. Oh, crashing his way beautifully that time to Rhodey. Rhodey goes towards Kieran. 2 against 1. Oh, he's done a hammy there. That looked bad there, Kieran. Underneath us here. And Butts contests in the air, brings it to ground. And play-on's a call around the 50. Can't quite break away, Smith. There's a kick out of trouble. In towards the middle of the ground. Good body work there, but oh, great mark standing his ground that time was Boyer. Plays on straight away. He's got a man who lost it, but does well there and gets it back towards full forward. Up they go, they bring it to ground, sharking the ball. Oh, they can't get away. Good pressure here by the Bushrangers, and Wheeler will kick it out of defence, but I didn't quite catch the smotherer there.
Update on Zane Kieran.
Might have even been Butts.
He was holding his knee when he was sitting on the ground. He's back up in the middle of the ground at the moment, but a little bit proppy.
Let's hope it was just a knock to the knee. Looked like a hammy first off. Ball paddling around the forward pocket. We've got a kick out of trouble, but out in the fall it goes. We'll have Wheeler, being one of the better players. Noah Wheeler. There's a couple of Noahs on the ground.
Didn't need the arc today.
No, I thought we might have. Been in beautiful Nick, Queen Elizabeth Oval. Big thump out of defence. Oh, big grab over the back. Huge grab that time to Kelly. He'll play on and kick towards the square. Oh, we've got, Butts gets tackled. Can't break away. Handballed out of trouble, but they're still having a go here through Chandler. Picked up by Marciano, couldn't break away. Really good work here by the Bushrangers to hold up the Pioneers there. And it is out of bounds on the 50-metre mark. In front of the home change rooms there, outer side.
Ball thrown in. Kelly, big thump forward. Will only find the boundary line. They're about 20 metres closer to goal. 39 points in front, 6 minutes out from three-quarter time. They go punch forward, quick kick out of the air and touched. Yeah, there's some confusing calls.
Touched off the boot, was it?
Yeah.
No.
No, on the full. No, not too sure, Rick.
Overrule.
An overrule. Okay, must have been out in the full. Ball kicked out. Bendigo, quick kick up forward. The race is on. Nicely met by William Wallace. He's looking for Jordan Butts. Just gets worked underneath the footy a bit. Nice take there by McHale. They kick it to centre wing. Kelly is going to send it back from whence it came. They work the ball into the middle by hand. Quick kick across the ground. Oh, mark not quite taken. They're looking for the cavalry. Smith going to get collared. Holding the ball. And they play on straight away through Oscar Perez. He lays off the handball. Tackle dispossessed.
Kieran took another knock in that last passage of play. He's a bit better than Bruce this quarter.
Warner. It's a big searching kick inside 50. Mark not taken. Shoveling handball out. Bushrangers everywhere. Clark's on hands and knees. Gets the handball across. Now it's kicked forward through White. Repelled. Comes out wide. And the mark taken by Jack McHale on halfback. He goes along centre wing. Ball dropped. Smith tackled, dispossessed. Now smothered kick, dribbling inside 50. Eventually McHale again, kicks it round the corner. Bouncing ball, Big Ben Kelly has got it. Lovely evasive skills for a big fella. Clark turns, kicks it into his teammate's back. Crowd want a ball, they're not getting it. Snap it goal, bouncing over the back and close to the boundary. Bendigo caught and the ball will be thrown in. Forward pocket, 21.5 minutes into the third quarter, 24 plays 63.
Throw in They're doing all the attacking at the moment, Murray. They bring it in. Tap to the front. Out the back door it goes. Oh, great pressure there, McHugh. Just barged his way in. Adderley with the handball to Wheeler. Oh, they get it out now. They did well there. And move it forward towards half forward. But this should be a mark, and it was nice work by Dylan Clark. He'll move the Bushrangers forward through the middle of the ground. Wide overran it.
Oh,
Can't break
throw.
away, and incorrect disposal. And it's in the hands of Jackson Williams in the middle of the ground. Just got to use it a bit better here. They've gone wide, but they're going to create a link up here and should be able to get it over the top. They do that well through Worm. He wiggles his way forward, down towards centre half forward. And now they'll clear again, but we'll have another turnover. This time Wallace gets it down towards half forward. They should be able to clear again, but good harassing. Bendigo turn it over. Centre wing. They got numbers. They just keep getting the fumbles here, Bendigo. Eventually, kick out by Vaz, and it's out in the just inside the boundary line. Out of bounds.
Deliberate.
Oh, he was getting slung as he kicked it, wasn't he?
Oh,
Bit stiff.
a bit.
Yeah, I think if you're being tackled during the kick,
You
you've probably got to get the benefit of the doubt.
Again, that word, benefit of the doubt.
Now they'll go backwards. Dangerous. And this is under the pump.
Cruncher.
Bendigo really tackling hard in this passage. Great work, Rhodey. He's a real goer. But again, they'll clear. Bit of a kick off the side of the boot. Was fortunate because it went to Frauenfeld, who did well. He plays on straight away. Powers it forward. Up in the butts direction. Oh, what a mark! Over the top, Willie Wallace for an executive mark of the day, maintenance mark of the day. On his own, he's got that. That's his prize for the year, I'd say. And great work, Willie Wallace. But they're trying to work it through Wheeler, through the middle of the ground here, Bendigo. But I hope our cameraman Morgan caught that one. And that was an absolute pearler there by William Wallace of the Pioneers over the top at centre half back.
That's mark of the decade, nearly.
They'll play it on straight away. They'll get it through Frauenfeld. He ran into trouble. Play on now. Atlee kicks towards half forward. Wheeler's the target. Good fist away. Really made him earn it. And sharked nicely by Boyer. He gets it across. Oscar Perez intercepts. It's down at half forward for Bendigo. Vaz gets it out. He's looking for Wheeler. Wheeler spins around on the left. He got caught. I thought he got a kick.
The player that caught him, though, was Warner, and he's been sitting on the turf for the last 2 minutes with it in the hands of the trainers. He got up there and put a hand out to grab his opposition player and got rewarded.
Hunter Lawrence coming off with a blood nose. Now that is three-quarter time. We'll straighten the scoreboard up. Bendigo Pioneers 3-6-24. Trail Murray Bushrangers 9-9. 63 at three-quarter time. And the goal kickers, Matt?
Yeah, just before that, Warner's still in a bit of discomfort too in the hands of the trainers for the Murray Bushrangers, so we'll keep an eye on that. 5 goals to Jordan Butts, leads all comers on the ground regarding scoreboard impact. Singles then to the rest of the Bushrangers side. Freudenfeld, Shellcraft, Marriott and Sanford, the goal kickers for the Bendigo Pioneers. Wheeler, Kieran and Keating, their goal kickers so far.
Good work. We'll take a break here at three-quarter time. It is 39 points of difference. Bushrangers holding sway.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Queen Elizabeth Oval, where at three-quarter time it is the Murray Bushrangers 9-9-63, the Bendigo Pioneers 3-6-24. We're going to cross down to the boundary where I believe Crooksy has the talent manager of the Murray Bushrangers.
All right, we're back in the middle here. It's three-quarter time, 39-point lead to the Murray Bushrangers. I've got their talent manager, Mick Wilson. What have you made of the game so far, Mick?
It's been a pretty tight contest. The game, it's 9 goals to 3 at the moment, but it probably just, observing from, without a scoreboard, it looks like it's pretty even. We had a lot of the play in that quarter in the forward line, but Bendigo are defending really well. And, we're just hoping that we can maximise the amount of inside 50s for the last quarter.
One thing that never stops in footy, it's good to have a key forward playing well.
Yeah, Jordan Butts, his form has been terrific over the past 6 weeks. He's been building. He had surgery earlier in the season on his ankle, and he's overcome that really well. And he's got a lot of attributes, Jordan. His speed, endurance is excellent. He's strong overhead. He's good below his knees with the footies, and he kicks goals. So he's been a really good player for us today.
We've been very impressed with the skills of young Jai Chelcraft.
Yeah, Jai's got exceptional acceleration, and he's very clean again when the ball's below his knees. He's a competitor. So as a bottom age player, we're looking forward to Jai developing into a key player next year through the midfield.
Should be. Talking of pace, there's one fella with a famous surname on your backline, Warner. I don't know about his running between wickets, but he might have got hurt there just towards the end of the third quarter, but his run off half back is lightning.
Yeah, well, Paddy hasn't played defensively before, so it's just part of his development. He has got exceptional speed, but we really want to get him to use that speed running forward. And we saw a few glimpses of it then, and hopefully he can continue that development. He just cramped up then, so it looked like he was shot, but I just checked, it was only a cramp.
Not to worry. The Bushrangers, 39 points. What are you looking for in the last quarter?
Yeah, if we just maintain our pressure around the footy through the midfield. hopefully the players will stay disciplined and not follow the footy. Hopefully we'll outscore Bendigo Pioneers in the last quarter. But to their credit, they're just a really competitive side, and they've been a bit unlucky. They've missed a couple of easy goals that they probably should have got. So, as I said earlier, the scoreboard probably flatters the Bushrangers a fraction.
Good work, Mick Wilson from the Bushrangers. Back to you, Blakes, in the stand.
Thanks, Crooksy. Great insight there to the Murray Bushrangers, who've been one of the form sides of TAC Cup in 2018, and they're showing it again. They were put under the pump a bit in the second term, Rick, but they bounced back in that third, and Pioneers just lost their way just a little bit.
Yeah, they just... I thought Murray stepped up their pressure around the footy, and that's where it made it hard for Bendigo to get it down and score. They were really putting him under the pump, and there was quite often both sides would have possession then lose it in that quarter, but they impressed there, Murray. They've got a lot of talent in this side, and as Mick said, Josh Shellcraft, who's been one of the leading players on the ground, for a bottom major, he's got a lot of skill at this level already. And, it would be interesting to see next year if he moves into the midfield, what type of player he can become, because he does look like a genuine half-forward to me.
He does, yeah.
But you would hope that he could develop more than that, as their plan would be in the long term.
And his way that he gets out of trouble too, that would be handy in close contested situations in the middle of the ground. So no doubt that's probably the trajectory for him. And you got to remember too, the Murray Bushrangers are missing a little bit of talent as well, given the rep duties at the moment for.
They have, yeah, exactly right, and not on their home ground as well. It's on the Pioneers' home ground.
A good performance for them today. In that third term, Pioneers only got the minor score, and I think that came in the opening 5 minutes of the quarter compared to the Murray Bushrangers, who kicked away 3-2 in that term. So premiership quarter, they got on top there, the Murray Bushrangers, and they'll be looking to stamp their authority in this final one.
So we're back in the middle, commencing this final quarter. 24 plays 63. Bushies leading the Pioneers. Up they go. In the middle, Marriott with the big tap out. Gets it to ground. Underneath it there, Wheeler trying to bury his way through it. Can't break away too many tacklers, and we'll have a ball up in the middle of the ground again. Tapped out the back door. Kieran looks like he's recovered. Got tackled, worked it out of there. They went without it, now picked up nicely by Smith. Liked his work today as well, and they'll straighten it towards centre half forward, but we'll have an intercept that time through Marciano.
He's been impressive.
Done well at half back. Gets it down towards the middle of the ground. Marriott with the handoff. He's given it off to Boyd. They'll work it wide. He's got support through Sanford, who kicked a nice goal earlier. Over the back to Kyle Clark. He gets thumped as he kicks it. Another one that's been good across half forwards, Will Chandler. He thumps it down towards full forward. Bit of a hold, and Kelly should take this. And he will. The biggest man on the ground at 202 centimetres. Have a shot for goal from 20 metres out. Not much of an angle. Ben Kelly. We've got a good cider on it. Man in the ute waving to him. Say, kick it to me, son. Kick it to me. In comes Kelly. And he kicks through the middle. And that man in the ute's going to take a specky. Over his head it goes. Through the middle. And we've got another one. 10-9-69 plays 3-6-24. They're scooting away with it now, the Bushies. That's a 45-point lead. And we're only 2 minutes into this final quarter.
I think the Bendigo Pioneers need to be a little bit careful that they try to replicate some of the pressure that we saw during that second term and the want to take the game on. It wasn't really evident in that third term. I think they've gone back into their shell a little bit as there's a bit of drizzle just beginning to fall here at the QEO.
I was getting a tad cold and wet out there as Cacciaviello kicks forward and the mark's taken.
Now there's a contender for the executive
Yeah.
maintenance mark of the day, but it won't be winning after William Wallace's efforts in the third quarter.
Now is this Damien Johnson?
Max.
Max Johnson?
Just on that, though, the marking today, particularly by the Pioneers overhead, has been phenomenal.
Kick and to the right, behind 3:7:25 to 10:9:69, 3 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
When things aren't going your way, you've just got to nail those easy ones, don't you?
You got to do all the things within your power.
So they'll play on from the back, and a nice take out in the back by Clark. They'll work it clear, and on his own is Sanford. He's the leader in the AFL Draft Central goal of the day today with a left foot in the first quarter. Ball spoiled underneath us here, crushing his way through Keating. He's tried very hard in the second half especially, and we'll have a ball up.
Noah Wheeler, is he in contention for that goal of the day?
Contender, but I think Sanford's was a bit more difficult. Play on's a call. Kelly's, well, that's Smith, gets grabbed with it. I don't think, what will the umpire do here? No, didn't have enough of an opportunity. He's been good today, Eli Smith. Good size of a footballer. Over the back it goes. Should be able to handball out of trouble. Worked away nicely that time by catcher Viello. Gets it down towards the sliding player there at half forward in Vaz. Might have been moved to the forward line. Goes long to Johnson, who takes it strong marker. We had it, lost it. Play on's a call. They're paddling it forward. Sanford flicks it out. There goes Vaz again. Paddled it. Good tackle. Play on again. Good harassing by the Pioneers inside 50 here. Can't quite break away, and eventually the Bushies will get it out through Amory. He'll go down the line, but Oscar will intercept Perez. He'll play on through the middle. This will be another intercept. Rice goes on the left. Tidy left that time. Quinn goes to Dylan Clark. He should be able to get it and run. Gets tackled. Gives it back to Rice. Back to Quinn. Well, Clark goes longer. Chelford. I don't know. A bit of a play on was a call. Butts gives it off. Fraunfeld has a snap for goal, but offline again.
That'll bring down rain.
It will, if we haven't had enough already today. Ground's played beautifully here at Bendigo.
Just quickly, Vaz coming from the ground looks like with a bit of cramp.
Ball. Oscar Perez, been sensational game today from him. He finds his teammate and Wheeler, who played on. You played on, Noah. Just a little bit of game awareness there. You'll get 50. Don't hang on to his jumper. And this will be Bradshaw. I've liked Wheeler's game. Done a lot of hard work. Up they fly.
Gee.
They like flying for their marks, these boys. Perez kicks into the middle of the ground, looking for his brother. Can't get on the end of it. Nice twist, nice push. Murray, Clark, kicks to looking for Chelcraft. Bottom major, Rick, Chelcraft. As Bendigo, Williams, the handball just slips off his hand. Chelcraft now, slick handball, sets his teammate up. And big, bad, bustling Benny Kelly just puts the icing on the cake, puts it through. 11-10-76, the Murray Bushrangers. The Bendigo Pioneers 3:7:25 on the NG scoreboard. 7 minutes in on the Technica time clock. And that with Chelcraft, he's got, for a bottom major, beautiful work.
Did well there, and Rice in several passages there. He would have had 3 or 4 possessions in that minute. Gave off that goal. We're back in the middle. A little bit of rain, but nothing damaging. 76-25. They're running away with it, the Bushies. Back in the middle, Marriott taps it down. Keating's tried hard, sockers it clear. Out the back door, Rhodey. Oh, Wheeler gets grabbed again. He's been in the wars lately. And comes out of it. Gives the umpy the ball, and they'll play on straight away. Tapped away, nice pick up by Vic, but lost it. Here's Oscar. Oscar doing well in this last quarter especially. Gives it to Wheeler. Oh, he goes to ground again, gets thumped again. And in the back, no, holding the ball.
He's not having a good patch at the moment,
Quinn.
Wheeler.
Up they go, big spoil. Frauenfeld runs into trouble. Gives it off. I don't know how he got rid of it, but play on's the call now. Running into trouble that time, Worm. Can't break away. Good pressure. Smith gets it out somehow. Now Flynn Perez gets the run of it. Taps it on, but there was a player there in Warner, and he gives it to Butt. Butt's Jordan. He's going to kick from outside 50. This will take a good kick today.
The wind's just died down.
Just died down, yeah. Those gum trees have died a little bit in the background behind him. And Jordan Butts, he's gone long, gone towards the goal square, just tapped a couple of metres inside. Was always going to test him. Through for behind, 77-25. And they'll play on straight away, taken by Worm. He gets it down, but looks like an intercept again. Butts taps it to the front, gives off the handball. Frauenfeld runs with it. Handballs, Worm again, gives it off. They'll work it out of there somehow. Again, there was a bit of a throw, or yeah, there was a throw, and Butts has it. Doing even the defensive work, Jordan Butts.
Yeah, that's the one highlight for me today from Jordan Butts.
And we've got a lead, and Clark on the lead. Kyle Clark did it too easy, and that was probably a bit too easy, but they're able to clear now. If they can get it out and run, Pioneers. Flynn Perez on the left will boot it towards centre half forward. They just need a lucky bounce. Over the top, Maxie Johnson curls it towards the goal square. Will it hold up? Bouncing, and it just didn't hold up there for Lawrence. And it's through for a behind, and they'll play on straight away. And Boyd has it. Tommy Boyd runs to half back. He's got options aplenty. He gives it across to centre half back in a player who's been tidy when he's got it in Boyer. They'll work it further afield, and they're doing as they like at the moment, the Bushies. And they'll get it down towards Kyle Clark at centre wing. He runs into trouble. Now, if that wasn't holding the ball.
I think he got his boot stops just on the footy.
Right.
But for my money, that was holding the ball, Rick. I agree with you.
Incorrect disposal.
Ball thrown in. Damon. Can't quite take it. Marriott. Oh, lovely piece of skill there by Clark. That was very, very clever. I think who kicked a goal like that in the AFL the other day?
That was Sammy Wright for North.
No, it wasn't North. It was on Friday night, okay. I think, or Thursday. Kicked the goal, laying down. Ball thrown in. Sammy who?
Sam Wright for North.
Yeah.
Kicked one last week.
You'd have to tell me what his number was, Rick.
19.
We are stuck on half forward. 77 plays 26. 51-point lead to the Murray Bushrangers. Sun-bathed QE Oval. As Bendigo work it out towards Wheeler. Keeps the ball in front. Good play. A little kick went 2 metres straight for Murray. And, oh, gee, I tell you what, that's a mark. As Bendigo clear it, and Wheeler has marked the ball on half-back. Wants to play on straight away. Left footer. Kicks it out wide to Perez, this is of the Flynn variety. He kicks up forward, mark taken by Hunter Lawrence. He's a kick and a half out from goal. Lawrence kicks straight to the hot spot. Beautiful kick, Hunter Lawrence. And he spots up Zane Kieran. I'm pleased to report no residual issues from that knock to the leg late in the third term. And Zane, that was beautiful work by Hunter Lawrence.
Their last 2 entries inside attacking 50, when they are prepared to take the game on, is
perfect. Zane Kieran straight through the middle, footy 101. Bendigo move on to 4-8-32 on the NG scoreboard, while the Murray Bushrangers are 11-11-77 and is 13 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Yeah, their last 2 entries inside attacking 50 Bendigo, they've moved the ball fast. They've been prepared to take the game on, and that's what got them a bit of the advantage in the second term. It's what went missing in that third term. So they show it in patches. It's just that consistent performance across 4 quarters that they're searching for.
Thank you to Siobhan. I was thinking of Jaden Stevenson playing for Collingwood on Queen's birthday. That's where I saw it. Laying on the ground.
Go on YouTube, Sam Wright's goal.
I don't think it got quite the media attention that Stevenson's did. Flynn Perez can't mark the ball inside 50. Comes out the back. Murray will clear this through Adams. Adams kicks to centre wing. Beats all comers. Bouncing footy. It's close to the boundary line. Could have been a collision. Caught. Dispossessed. Good tough work by Wheeler. Over to Perez. This way, that way, back this way. Handball. Didn't quite hit the target. Perez again. I don't know who he handballed that one to.
One of your favourite rules, Crooksy? You out of bounds? Deliberate?
Well,
there was a player there, but then he moved.
Ball thrown in, half forward flank, right in front of the kiosk, doing a massive trade. I think the chips with gravy would be a firm favourite from what I could see, Rick.
Can vouch for the pies too.
Pies all right?
Yep.
Might have a traveller. Ball to be thrown up. Almost 15 minutes into this final term. Murray through White. Just can't find the handle. Loose footy. Damon, good hands. Out the back. This is Bradshaw. Searching kick. Lovely mark. Last line of defence for Bendigo, and that was Grace. Gets it over to Wheeler. Wheeler's kick will be intercepted by Damon, and Damon will take it on half forward.
He'll give it off straight away to Frohnfeld. He'll kick it towards full forward. Up they go. Kelly with the juggler. Couldn't quite break it. Now he'll get a kick towards goal. Just offline. Through for a behind. And that'll take him on to 11-12-78, the Bushrangers. Pioneers 4-8-32 on the NG scoreboard. And good spoil there. Grace gets it out again. Little handoff that time. Good work by McHale. They'll work it out of there. Marciano on the left. Drives it to Sinais. Oh, good spoil, Quinn. Got a hand on it.
Oh.
Here's Kieran. He'll get on the left. There's a one-on-one in the goal square. Over the back, fumble. Picked it up. Gives off the handball to the running Oscar. Oscar! Through the middle. You're good, for an AFL Draft Central goal of the day. That was a ripper from Oscar Perez. And finally some life in that Bendigo scoreboard. 5-8-38 to 11-12-78. And that is the 16-minute mark of this final quarter. But great to watch. Good. He just went through the middle of them.
Again, prepared to take the risk, prepared to take the game on, they get a result.
I'm voting for that.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's our contender now.
That's the clubhouse. That was a beauty. They've had a couple of great build-ups. He's played a great game. He could be figuring in the Nixon Finance Player of the Day votes, in my humble opinion. Wheeler, caught, wrapped up. Umpire will come in and toss this up. Winter sun, weak winter sun just shining on the ground. Kick was fortuitous in the end. Wheeler, handballs over the top to Moi Moi. Moi Moi, this way, that way, comes back. They work their way around here through Kieran. They kick up forwards, solid mark, not taken. Now the ball's in dispute again, wrapped up. Umpire will have to come in.
Zane Kieran's a real goer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good mover. Takes them on.
We are 20 metres out from Bendigo's goal. Comes out. Snap. Got it. Great goal by Jack McHale. 2 in a row for the Pios. And the NG scoreboard ticking over. The Rural Bank Bendigo Pioneers, we should say. 6-8-44 to the Murray Bushrangers, 11-12-78. We are 18 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
I think they've kicked the last 3 goals, the Bendigo Pioneers, so good
Well,
finish to the game.
3 this quarter, and they'd had 3 up to three-quarter time.
Which
So
all
good finish.
Which all came in the second term as well.
Good finish to Bendigo. Now we'll see if they can steady here, the Bushrangers. Tapped out by Keating. Gets it forward. Dylan Clark was held, but paddled it back. Kieran works it clear towards centre half forward. They should be able to clear through. Boyer goes well to Smith. Eli, he'll work it out of there. And there's a 2-on-1. Good spoil, but they're just holding it in there. Good tackling. They'll have a ball up centre wing, grandstand side of QE Oval. We are 18, almost 19 minutes in to this final quarter. Tapped over the back. Or they went without it. Dylan Clark with the kick out of trouble. White takes the mark. Gets onto the left. He'll spear it towards Big Ned or Big Ben. Over the back it goes. Tapped it out of the trouble zone. That was by Rolls, who gets it towards the boundary line out of bounds. So the margin is 34 points. Probably beyond them.
I think it's beyond them, but
It's more respectable than what it was for the Pioneers.
Tapped out by Keating. Gets it out to the running player in Rhodey. He works it to Marciano. Out to Moi Moi. He's got a lot of space on the outer wing. Just needs a lead-up option up the forward. Wheeler gets over the back of the ball. Taps it towards the boundary. Oh, keeps it in beautifully, Wheeler. And then gets tackled. He's been in the wars, but he's created an opportunity, and the ball went across the face of goal, out in the fall. He's a real goer, is Noah Wheeler. Been terrific today. And just in front of us, looking at Lucas Cachuvella, he's 157 centimetres.
you're kidding.
157. I thought he looked a bit short when he walked past us. 157.
Can anyone convert that to what I could understand? Feet and inches?
That's about 5 foot.
I'm taller than him. Ball to be thrown in. 4 minutes to the siren as the ball's thrown in. Marriott gets the tap down. Smith. Chelcraft. Might have been, held after he got rid of it. And it's been paid downfield. Advantage. Jordan Butt gets a Yorker. Can't mark it. Now he's tackled.
So Cacciaviello is 5 foot 1.8 inches.
That's
almost 5'2". Don't see that too often.
No, not on a football ground. At a race course you do, but not at a football ground. Up they go. The two big 23s go at it. Bendigo clear it right into the middle of the ground. Up they go. Oh, strong contested mark taken. Murray just pop one up. Fingertipper taken by Riley Bice. Bice looking for Jordan Butts. Does the old look away this way. Swinging around. Short pass inboard. And that was by Joel Sanford. And the mark has been taken by Bailey Fraunfeld. A few Baileys.
He's had a few shots at goal today, Bailey, so let's see if he can get another one. He's got one already.
Bailey Fraunfeld. He is on a 55-degree angle. He'll kick from 30 metres out. Left footer. Starts it this way. Oh, hit the post. Did the right thing. He needed that gust of wind that came earlier that blew it sideways. Another behind, 11-13, 79 to 6-8, 44. It's all the Bushrangers on the NG scoreboard. Take it home, Rick.
In the middle it goes to Kieran. He runs around, gives off a wide handball to Moi, who was in that earlier play. But an intercept here finds Chandler. Chandler will go wide in the direction of Frauenfeld. He taps it forward, inside 50. He runs around. Don't tell me Butts is going to kick another one. And he does that again. And that's his 6th for the day. Beautiful finish by Jordan Butts, who just seems to run to the right places. And the scoreboard now reads 12-13, 85 Murray Bushrangers. Bendigo Pioneers 6-8, 44. That's the NG scoreboard. And we're 23 minutes into this final quarter on the Technica time clock.
Matthew's caught. I was looking for Matthew there, but
Is Matthew on the ground, is he?
Well, he can't hear us at the moment because it's not quite working, that part of the equipment. He'll be out there shortly as Chelcraft gets it. Oh, nice spin there by Perez to Wheeler, looking to get back to Perez. And Kieran. Oh, beautiful tackle. Lovely stuff by Wheeler.
Jeez, tough.
You loved his game. Now we've got Kieran, Atley, all their best players, all within touching distance.
And they've all had a red-hot crack, those guys.
Absolutely. Ball to be tossed up. Punch out. Wheeler. They get it out. They're trying to work it into some space. There's a whistle on play, and they're going to get a free kick. This is Jeremy Rohde. Rohde will line up. Could be one of the last kicks of the game. Rohde is on a 50-degree angle. He'll kick from 29 metres out. He's kicking to the western end. He kicks, and it's always to the right. Through for a behind as the siren will sound. Final score here at Queen Elizabeth Oval. Bendigo 6-9-45 to the Murray Bushrangers 12-13-85. That's a 40-point win to the Bushrangers. Do you have the goal kickers, Rick, or not?
We got 6 to Butts, individuals to Frauenfeld, Kelly, Chelcraft, Marriott and Sanford, and for the Pioneers, 2 to Wheeler, 2 to Kieran, 1 to Wheeler, 2 to Kieran, 1 to Keating and 1 to McHale, and Oscar Perez as well with 1.
Good work there. Matt's getting to the middle.
Might just look at some of the better players today, Crooksy.
Yeah, you do that, and I'll just keep an eye on Matthew in the middle there. They're just going to do their shaking hands, and they'll come across.
The better players, I thought, for the Pioneers were Wheeler. I like the game of Jeremy Rohde as well, real goer. Zane Kieran, another goer. Jacob Atley. Both Flynn brothers, Oscar and... both Perez, Flynn and Oscar. And for the Bushrangers, Butts. I liked Eli Smith's game. Frauenfeld, Chelcraft and Dylan Clark as well did very well. I think Jake Bradshaw's a nice mover. Bit of feedback in the
there is
microphone.
A bit of feedback in the PA as Matthew is out there and he's speaking to Jordan Butts.
Not too bad. It was a good competition. Bendigo put up a good fight, and yeah, I thought the boys played pretty well, and yeah, all around pretty good. So
kicked accurately today, but was also impressed with your defensive work as well inside attacking 50. Is that something you've been working on over the last couple of weeks?
I suppose as a team, like we want to attack well and also defend well and lock the ball in our forward line and create some opportunities. So yeah, that's probably one of our main focuses as a team. So yeah.
Heading towards the back half of the season, Bushrangers fairly consistent so far. What's the message to the group of areas of improvement to really take it to the top sides of the competition?
Yeah, probably just our defensive work. If we defend well, then I think our offensive game is good enough to match everyone else. So yeah, just defend well and and go from there.
Bit cold out here today too.
Oh, wasn't too bad. Once you get running around, it's not too bad. So yeah,
go and enjoy, mate. Well done.
Cheers. Thank you.
Good work, Matthew, and he'll run over there and try. I'm interested to see who he picks out for his second one as he comes
He's
across.
got a few options here.
There is a big. And as it was, yes, I'm just, he's going to pick out Jai Chelcraft, and he's ready to go.
Thanks, Crooksy. Jai Shellcraft here with us, mate. A goal today, but really impressive performance. Well done.
Yeah, it was good from a team perspective. It was good to come out and play what we planned to do, and I was just happy enough that I can contribute to the team.
Sold a bit of candy out there too a couple of times today. Your evasive work's really good. Is that something that you work on at training?
Yeah, a bit. I normally don't get away with it that much, but yeah, just lucky today I could get away with it. So yeah.
What's your objectives over the second half of 2018, the areas of improvement?
Mainly my fitness, because I want to play more time in the middle next year, hopefully. And I just need to build up my endurance, and yeah, that'll be fine, hopefully, yeah.
I reckon you've got the skills to go in the middle, so we look forward to seeing that over the next 6 months and into 2019 as well. Congratulations on the win today. Go and enjoy it with the guys.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Good work, Matthew. And Matt can make his way back up here. We'll go through the race. You're just going through the best players, Rick?
Yeah, just to finish off the Bushrangers, Jordan Butts was fantastic, of course. Like Eli Smith, he's a hard body player. Bailey Fraunfeld was terrific up forward, just couldn't do the damage on the scoreboard, just the one goal. And Chelcraft, of course, who we just heard, and Dylan Clark as well.
Good work out there, Matthew. It's hard when you can't hear, isn't it?
It's incredibly hard.
I'll get that fixed during the week. Well, winks like odds for the mark of the executive maintenance mark of the day was definitely William Wallace of the Bendigo Pioneers, and it'll be a mark well captured by Morgan over here, and that'll be seen on footy shows, the whole lot.
Yeah, it was a ripper.
It will be, Morgan.
Looking forward to seeing that.
Your name will be going up in lights. And Rick's commentary will just add to the pepper and salt to it, mate. You're famous now. Right place, right time. Goal of the day?
We gave it was a late goal to Oscar Perez, who weaved through two guys and don't know how he got through them, but straightened up and had the poise to kick it through the middle.
That's the AFL Draft Central goal of the day.
That is. That was a terrific goal. Also special mentions to
Joel Sanford.
Sanford on the left early in the first quarter was a terrific goal.
And Noah Wheeler.
Noah Wheeler as well.
Cowboys cash and carry now moved back into Settlement Road. Gave us Matthew's special comments all day, and AFL Victoria gave us our interviews at halftime, thanks to Stephen Sharp and James Shiska, who will see in action next Saturday. All that leaves us to do is our Nixon Finance Player of the Day, and I will kick it off. I have given one vote to Noah Wheeler of the Bendigo Pioneers. His work rate all day was 100%. His execution at times probably needed a little bit more work, and he got caught, but never knock anyone for their endeavour and what they were doing. I thought he was great. I gave 2 votes to Jai Chelcraft. Great skills. Sometimes we're not sure because we don't have their ages on our team sheets anymore. So when I'm told he's a bottom ager, I think, crikey, he's showing a fair bit for a 17-year-old, 16 turning 17-year-old this year. So very, very impressed with him. He got my 2 votes. 3 votes I gave to Oscar Perez. Not much of him, 72 kilos, 186 centimetres. Ran and presented and was still working. Got the goal of the day in the last quarter, late in the last quarter. Loved his game. But 6 goals by Jordan Butts. We don't see that too often in TAC Cup footy. He got my 4 votes for the Nixon Finance Player of the Day.
I'm going to give one vote to Liam Marciano for the Bendigo Pioneers. Thought he was really impressive in the midfield, provided a bit of hustle, but also defensive work as well, good tackling pressure. 2 votes I'm going to give to Oscar Perez. Similar thoughts to you, Crooksy. I just think he's a very skillful player. 3 votes I gave to Jai Chalcraft, another skillful player that worked busy inside, attacking 50 for the Bushrangers, and 4 votes as well to Jordan Butts. And I'm going to pop off, boys, so thanks very much for today.
Good work, Matthew. You've done well. I'll talk to you during the week. And Rick?
Yeah, I gave 1 vote to Jai Chalcraft. I thought he was terrific up forward, real live wire. We like those skillful types. I thought Jai played a great game. 2 votes to Noah Wheeler. I thought he was terrific underneath the packs at every contest. He just got so much of the footy, and you couldn't ignore his game. It was terrific. I gave 3 votes to a different player in Eli Smith in the middle. Thought he was a big body in the middle, got it out quite often, and just gave him that class around the pack and strength. I thought he was terrific, Eli, but undoubtedly the best on the ground was a 6-goal effort, but more than that, he did a lot more on that forward line to contribute other goals, and that was Jordan Butts, and that gives him 12 votes to be a clear winner for the Nixon Finance Player of the Day from Oscar Perez on 5. Oh no, it was actually Chalcraft on 6 and Oscar on 5.
Fantastic work. Thanks to Matt, Rick. This is Crooksy signing off. We'll be back next Saturday with the Gippsland Power hosting the Bendigo Pioneers at Punt Road Oval, Swinburne Centre, I think they call it these days. Thanks for tuning in and looking at TAC Cup Footy Round 9 action.